again.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, sure, no worries. Thank you so much for inviting us. And yeah, your project looks super cool. And we're all about innovation. And, Maria just briefed me that you want to onboard as many people as possible onto crypto, and we're all about that as well.
Yeah, we are from Mintbase.
Yes, so we're from Mintbase, and Mintbase is a marketplace and a minting place on Near. So we were active on or live on Ethereum for almost a year and a half, and our founders, they have a bit of a different thesis when it comes to NFTs than what's popular right now, which is more like the collective and the speculative aspect of it. So for them, they were really more about the ticketing and even also in-game items and these more like cheap transactions. So when they started, the gas rates were quite low on Ethereum, and then when it spiked, they felt like it didn't in line with their vision, so they were looking at other blockchains. And at that moment, they stumbled upon Near, which have a lot of what Ethereum is striving to be. They already have that live, so they actually have sharding, and they've started the stage 0 with sharding. And it's also a lot more decentralized than, for example, Solana. So that's why they chose Near. It really hasn't been very hyped or
No,
well
no,
known.
so
Right?
oh, I was agreeing with you. I was like, yeah, this is sick.
Yeah,
Oh, cool, yeah. So, I mean, the last few months has been a little bit of a struggle for us because, not many people have heard about Near, but slowly it's starting to change. So it feels great, that, finally after a few months, at least some people have heard of it. And I mean, there's definitely a lot of upside to where it can go specifically now with maybe, a potential bull market coming up. So, when the price goes up, it definitely brings in more people. So it's still very decentralized, more than Solana, but it uses another programming language than Ethereum does, which uses Solidity and probably one more language, but Near uses Rust. So this is also a big reason why our founders went with Near, because they feel like Rust is maybe a superior language to Solidity because you can do more granular stuff or programming on it.
Yeah, it is
So I'm not a programmer, but that's what they tell me. So
and I also like to add that Near has a preoccupation in being a green blockchain, so this is also a nice thing to mention.
exactly. So proof of stake, it's already proof of stake, which makes it a little bit more green. They also do carbon offsetting with this company called South Pole. So they buy like carbon credits to kind of balance out, if you care about that, that's cool. So, yeah, if you care about the planet, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Sorry to
But
interrupt. What was the name of the project that is doing the carbon credits?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear, but I wanted to say a disclaimer. So we don't work for Near, and we're not experts on Near, so we might not be able to answer all your questions.
But go on.
Yes, but go on.
I'm sorry, I might be having a bad connection. I was just asking. I think I heard you say South Paw was the carbon credits you guys are working with.
Yeah.
South Pole.
Yes, correct. It's called southpole.com.
Oh, thank you
So
very much.
Is
they
it this
work
one
with
in the
very
dump?
big companies. They work with very big companies. Can't remember which ones right now, but if you go to the website, there's like, you will know those companies. It's like Gucci and, like, I don't know,
Ew.
Macintosh. I don't know. There's like really big companies. I can't remember exactly right now, but yeah. So they work with them, and we also did the collaboration with them in the beginning of when we launched 6 months ago. So we've only been live 6 months. And we had 2 really big collaborations, and one of them is Wildeverse, where it was like Maria's first kind of interaction with blockchain,
Yeah.
just 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, it was so nice. It was we went to a festival in North Germany, close to Berlin, and we just had a whole stage there for us, and we ended up onboarding many people to the Near blockchain and introducing them to the crypto world. And this, in the context of a festival, of a techno festival, was a very interesting experience to just be in contact with people and taking away their fear and their skepticism from blockchain tech, because we didn't need any data from them to being able to open their wallets. So it was nice, and we were giving away 7 Near for every person that was coming in, and they were able to do some things that are not normal for NFT tech. For example, you could buy beer with your Near, with your cryptocurrency, and you could redeem your beer. You could burn your NFT and get a beer, physical beer for it, or t-shirts, or we had also art pieces. So we were really.
So if you guys are interested in that onboarding process, that's also one thing that's cool with Near, is that it's very easy to onboard. So in Ethereum, you use the hashes. MetaMask is a little bit difficult to use, but I feel like Near is a bit, there's still some things that aren't easy. It's still a new tech, but it is slightly easier because you don't have hashes. You use a name. Of course, there's hashes in the background, but for example, I used Monica Blockdiver.near. It's super simple to send these send the onboarding to somebody. You can also charge the wallets with an amount of Near and send it to your friend. And you guys send me your requests of what name you want, and we'll send you a Near wallet, and you can see for yourself how smooth it is.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like a Web2 experience. So also a lot of blockchain heads, they find it weird because it's so simple. But yeah, I think for noobs, it's a great.
How's the UI? How's the interface? If you compared it to Web 2, my bad.
Yeah, it's very seamless.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to But continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we
We
can.
can just show Mintbase for a second.
Oh, I have a million tabs open, but where is Mintbase? Oh,
Need to open it now. Can you see this?
Can you see our screen?
Yes, we can. Beautiful.
All right, so this is what you see when you enter the page, and we have about 600 stores, so each store is a smart contract. So we're a little bit different from other marketplaces where, when you create a store, you're not minting on, somebody else's contract, for example, like Rarible or some other marketplaces do, but you actually own your own smart contract. So it's almost like you're deploying your own app.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of money that's gone through our system. This is all organic, so we haven't bought any of our own art. There's no wash trading. Our founders are very strict with this. And even if or maybe I suggest sometimes we should do some sort of things, but they're like, no, definitely not. So it's all organic. Everything. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
And also the fee you pay to deploy a store is the fee you're paying to store your own smart contract on the blockchain. So we're not having you pay Mintbase kind of money. The money, it's 7 Near, what you pay to deploy your own store, and this money is for you to be able to have your own smart contract on your chain.
Yeah, so Near right now is $7. And so we have over 38,000 tokens. We have almost, 17,000 minters. And one thing that's super cool with our platform is that you can also add minters to your store. But let me just go ahead and show you some things like the transaction fees. They're extremely affordable. They're less than a penny to mint, it costs, $0.0031, which is, it's very, very cheap. And still decentralized. So a lot of the other blockchains that have these sort of fees, they're not decentralized. So, Wax maybe is more centralized than Solana and a few other ones. I guess like Cardano still is decentralized. I'm actually not sure, but it's so not cool, Cardano.
We don't use that name here.
Yes, thank you. So anyway, like we were saying, that your store, your contract, your dApp.
Yeah, this is groundbreaking, I think.
Yeah, and it starts to make sense on a blockchain like Near, where you don't pay these crazy fees.
Right, no. Because I'm thinking you have your own smart contract, or you can make your own. This is crazy. Could you talk? Because I'm geek.
So one thing that's super cool with this is that you can actually use our code, but do your own front end. So you can use your own branding. Yes, you have to know some Rust and some code, but this is like one of our sell points as well. It's like, if you don't want to use us, just use our code and use your own branding. Do your own super rare. Or gallery or whatever store. Whatever store you want.
And we also, something that I notice a lot is that inside of Mintbase, we are really pushing forward to, we love artists minting arts and NFT tech, but we are really pushing forward to use NFT tech for other purposes, be it ticketing, be it like really food, like buying a burrito, an NFT of a burrito and redeeming it for a warm burrito in the store, or whatever. So we're really pushing forward to a place where NFT technology really benefits as many people as possible through these functions or features that we offer. We have split royalties and split revenues. That's also a thing that not many, I don't know if anyone is offering this at the marketplace at the moment.
There is, but we're better.
And we can add up to 25 persons to your royalties and 25 people to your revenue. So you have in compilation, you can be benefiting 50 people per sale or 50 wallets. And this is just a very transparent way to be investing your money. We'll be seeing where everything is going.
Yeah, for sure. And we're also working on, making it even more people. But for now, it's 50 people on one NFT. And, it makes sense if you're a musician. There's, somebody wrote the lyrics, somebody's, I don't know, done the music. There's the video, all kind of different people. So if you make a sale, this can then go to everybody, and it's in a very transparent way. Everyone can see how many, how much everyone's getting, right? So especially when it comes to the music industry, it's been quite corrupt. And you can still have an agent. We're not saying like get rid of agents because there's, there's a need for it as well. There's, people with a lot of knowledge and guidance, right? But at least now the musicians can kind of see how much they're taking, and
I think also something that's very interesting that the hackathon that we just did, that ended on the 19th of September, and the quest was to create a streaming platform that would be benefiting the musicians more from their music. So this is just ideas, because if you think of Spotify, the artists are getting nothing for their music, and who is benefiting is
exactly. So maybe in the future we can see these streaming platforms using the NFTs, and if you add the NFT to your playlist, it goes directly to whomever have contributed to the song.
I was also gonna ask. I know you guys said you aren't directly affiliated, but is there like planning for like corporate accounts and opening like more connections than 50?
Yeah, absolutely. It's up to anybody to do whatever they want. So if they want if some corporation wants to open a store, we're all for it. Absolutely. And to another point we wanted to say also is that we store all the data on Arweave. So the contract gets minted on Near, but then the actual storage of the files is on Arweave. So if we just decide, okay, Mintbase, we're I don't know, we don't want to work anymore or whatever, you can still access your tokens on Arweave, and that's also not all the other marketplaces are doing that. And this is, where you can go to Mintbase.js. So we have an SDK, and I'm not a programmer, so I can't really show you this. But if there is anyone of you that are interested in this, please reach out to me, and I'll put you in contact with our coders and our programmers.
Yeah, we also have AMAs on Discord every second week. Next week will be with the developers, so you will be able to directly talk to them live if there is the interest for that. You can just write us a message.
For sure.
Yeah.
And,
Can you maybe drop an invite?
No, you don't need an invite. Just join our Discord channel. I can send the
Ah,
invite.
for Discord,
yes.
I mean.
Yeah, I
Oh
will send
yes,
it.
please.
I will, yeah.
Sure. So this is Wilderverse, the festival that we mentioned earlier where Maria was. So if you look here on the right, you can see it says Minters.
Yeah.
And these are all the people that participated in the collaboration.
That are able to mint on this smart contract that is this store.
So look how many people joined. It was like really insane.
And there's a lot of interest. I'm sorry for interrupting you so
No.
often, but last week. No.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just kidding.
Two weeks ago, we launched a thing that was Open-based, that is also a shared store, and we just like for fun posted it on Twitter, and in 2 hours we had 600 people wanting to mint on that store. So
Yeah, super fun.
I mean, even just scrolling through, I'm having so much more fun than OpenSea. Like I'm over here geeked.
yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you. Yeah. So all of these people, they participated in the collaboration. So Wilderverse put them on the smart contract. They minted something, and when they sold, like half of it went to the artist and half of it went to Wilderverse, Wildemure, which is actually a very well-known festival in Germany, and it's like. What's it called? The Burning Man. It's like Burning Man of Germany, basically.
Yeah, it's a really, really big techno festival, and it's so big that because of Corona, they needed to divide it into 5 weekends, separate weekends.
Wow.
And each store on Mintbase also gets their own virtual gallery, and which is also super cool. So you can then display your NFTs in this virtual world. And if it plays, and you can even like go into it. You can go into the NFT itself and get more display. And you can buy the NFT in the virtual gallery as well. So it's connected with Near.
Yeah, and everybody who mints on Mintbase and has their store will get the virtual reality exhibition place for that. So that's awesome.
And eventually we're going to allow this for buyers as well. So, if you have a cool collection that you want to display, you can share it with your friends. But for now, it's for actual store owners. Yeah. And this is the Redeemer. Yeah. So the Redeemer, this is the function that works for physical items, for example. So or for ticketing. So if you have a physical item, you can then burn the NFT, which sends you a message then, okay, you should ship this item to the person that bought it, right?
I'm just searching for the beer.
It's a different store.
It's a different store.
Yeah. So that's cool. Of course, you can sell things without burning it, and just put a disclaimer. The sale is just for the first person. But this is kind of a neat way, especially for ticketing. We think that this makes sense because, you give the ticket and then you enter a space. So this would be kind of like the digital version of that.
Is there some way to check credibility? What makes the people actually deliver?
No, you don't. For now, it is all up to you. Eventually, we'll also add some kind of like ranking system, or that you could possibly write some kind of comment. But for now, yeah, there's no accountability, so it is just up to you.
This is where your technology from the MetaGame that Misant had just showed me could be very interesting to be showing, giving credibility or like points, right? So I think that would be another.
You could deploy
interesting-
source code, yeah.
Huh?
You could deploy source code among other tools. It's a good way for activity tracking, especially if you know what you want to track. Then you basically tell it
Yeah.
what you think is important, what isn't.
Yes, exactly.
But
And just
maybe the
This is
more people confirm that you actually follow through, the bigger score you have,
yeah.
pushing you further on the ladder or whatever.
Getting more credibility and being able to raise your prices too, right? So you will be less risky. That would be really important to implement in our
absolutely,
interface, yeah.
absolutely. So I think we're also thinking of adding some sort of chat feature. So if you buy something, then potentially you get to comment on the person's store, or I think the devs are playing with that idea. We don't exactly know how it will be in the future, but yeah, it is cool.
Yeah. I think you want to show the minting process.
I think so. Yes. So I just briefly want to show you, like, if you wanted to mint something, you upload your picture.
And there's also a test net if you don't want to invest in the first time and just want to go through the process. You can access on testnet. We will show later where is it. It's just up there beside your wallet name.
Yeah, so you would upload something, and then you can, actually don't really know what I chose, but okay, something.
Okay.
And put your name, blah, 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 description, then a tag, and you can also add these categories.
Yeah.
And then here, this is where you add your other collaborators. So you can add up to 25 persons here.
So the royalties are always 10%. And if the royalties are here divided, you can divide the 100% of the 10%. It's a bit confusing, I know. But for instance, if I take 20% of that 100% to some person, it will be 2% of the complete value of the thing.
Yeah, we still working on how to explain that in a very simple way, so bear with us. But I can show you, it's actually easier to understand if you see it.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know. So this is the revenue, which is the one-time fee. So you can also add 25 people here. Then you can add a date, this event, this NFT grants you access to some event that's on the 23rd. You can add in some media files. You can also add 3D file items like GLBTF. You can add some document, location, and website as well.
Yeah.
Any questions from you guys?
Yeah, up here you can see the mainnet and the testnet functions. If you're thinking about minting maybe, let's say just for fun, something ginormous, and you want to see if the technology will hold up to it, you can just go on testnet and test it all out.
And if you wanted to add other metadata, you could do that via the JS. So for example, if you do have a game and you want to add some specific, variables that we don't offer, you can do this as well. But you will have to have a programmer for this. But I'm sure you're all very capable.
Is there any questions or something?
So
Maybe.
you said for the ticketing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go on.
You said for the ticketing, you have to actually burn your NFT.
You have to burn your NFTs. It depends on how the event person wants it, because you can also think about something like if you have bought one NFT for this ticket and you have been to the festival or not, you will have a discount on your next ticket for the festival. So maybe it's not so interesting to redeem it, but you can do it the way you want. You just need to really specify it in your description of the NFT.
Absolutely. So it's up to you, right? If you want to that your ticket holders burn them, then it's kind of like a easy way to make sure that they don't like send it to somebody else and then like that person gets in as well. So for us it does make sense that people burn them, and if it's so cheap to mint and manufacture, you don't have that feeling like, you know, oh my god, like this NFT, like I want to keep it. No, you just give that person another NFT when they inside to prove attendance, right? To have that feeling like, okay, I still get to keep something. So perhaps after the event you send them something, or during the event they must go somewhere, or you just send them two, you know. So, but it's up to you, right? But I guess we just see it as proof, you know, like that's kind of how ticket works in real life, right?
Yeah.
I maybe have a question. I don't know, maybe it's more concerned with the near itself, but actually two questions. Is there a way to lock NFTs so that when you give it to a person, they cannot do anything with it?
No, not on Mintbase, and not that I know of. And the kind of philosophy is maybe the wrong word, but the idea, yeah, okay. The idea from our founders is that it's a bit of a no-no to lock the NFT, but I'm sure somebody is going to program it eventually.
But you can also just write into the description of the NFT that it should not be sold again. Then if somebody does it, it's.
But I understand maybe what you're talking about. For example, using NFTs as a way to, like a certificate, right? So
Yeah.
if you have, right? So if you've done some sort of study or taken a course that you want to send them this NFT and make sure, okay, if you have this NFT, then for sure you did the work, right? So I know what you're getting at, and I also think that's very interesting. But for now, we don't have that feature.
Yeah, or basic identification, right? If you are issuing an ID, then later if you send it, that's no longer proof of identity, right? So it will make sense to only be able to burn it, not, let's say, sell it or whatever, or transfer it for nothing.
For sure. So that, I guess that's more like your store would be something that, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that question exactly. It's a good one though.
We should write it down.
Yeah.
And by the same token, I was wondering if there are ways to tie this chain with Ethereum mainnet.
That's correct. So they do have a bridge. It's called like Ethereum Bridge to Near.com. It's called the Rainbow Bridge, and yeah, you can easily take your tokens from Ethereum. It only works for ETH and DAI at the moment, but I think they're looking to do other versions, other tokens as well. That's on Ethereum, and they're also looking to bridge to Polkadot, and I can't remember another chain as well, but for now just Ethereum. They also have this. It's to say that it's a side chain is the wrong word, because it's not a side chain, but that's kind of an easy way to explain it. They have something called Aurora, which Aurora is actually a smart contract on Near, but yeah, it's basically EVM compatible. So it is possible, but we see people more using Near natively. I know there's sort of like big hype right now for blockchains to be EVM compatible, but I mean, it seems like a lot of people are just staying on Ethereum anyway. So we see more like maybe new users coming into other blockchains. Or maybe, yeah, I guess Ethereum seems very, almost like Bitcoin was a few years ago. So you're very like maximalist, so you really want to stay on Ethereum if you started with Ethereum, and who knows, maybe that's the future of Near as well. I'm not sure, but when I talk to Near people, they're a bit more open-minded to other chains, and maybe not so maximalist.
We haven't talked about the auction feature, but I don't know if that's...
Oh, yeah, we also have an auction feature, and yeah. That's it. Yeah, we have an auction feature. Yeah.
Go to the market.
Yeah, sure. Oh, you know what? We could show some NFTs, and oh, that's cool. That's a store. Yeah, Africa Burn. Oh yeah. We're doing a collaboration with Africa Burn.
Yeah, look how many minters, if 80 people there.
Yeah, kind of cool. Already.
And this is a very nice project. For example, I work for the community. I'm the community manager, and we do fund projects that we think are nice and that would somehow make people know about Mintbase and the Near blockchain. So this one, for example, is for the Africa Burn Festival, and it's just a fundraiser for them. And we onboarded until now 80 artists to mint, giving them a welcoming gift for them to mint, and then there will be auctions for all of these pieces, and they have predisposed, pre-configured royalties and revenues that go to Africa Burn. So you have Africa Burn Outreach. It's two different ones, and it's really nice because the Africa Burn Festival is a very nice thing. It's a festival without infrastructure. People go there with nothing. There is no bars, no nothing, and this is just a way to keep that happening, and yeah, it's just a nice project.
So this is the royalties. It's kind of easier to see it visualized like this. Yeah. So if you can this is like the 100% of the sales, so 10% of the 100%, you can add 25 people here, and they split the 10% of the 100%, and the 87.5 goes to the one-time sales, the revenue. So if you resell this is going to be new people, but these people here, they stay on there forever because the NEP 171 standard of the NFT contract, they have this embedded into the token. So no matter where on the Near blockchain you sell, it stays. So it's a bit different also from Ethereum, where it's based on the platform, right? And then we take 2.5% of each sale for now. This might change. We're probably going to make it a little bit less in the future, but for now it's 2.5%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's it from us if you don't have more questions. But if you have questions...
Yeah, and it's super cool because we've only been live for 6 months, and we see really a lot of growth within the last month or so, and it's also great because we're hiring new people like Maria and also another community manager, and yeah, they're all super cool. So more and more people are getting interested in NFTs and crypto, and I just see it taking over within the next year or so. So I'm very optimistic about the future of crypto because it's so revolutionary, and it makes life so much faster and simple than going through the banking system for whatever. And yeah, so I'm very excited and to see more people getting into it.
What is the focus going forward for Mintbase? Like, what's the most immediate near-term goal you guys are working on?
I think we really focusing on tickets. I think that's what was the drive from the beginning. So this is what we're really focusing on. We're doing ticketing with Vildemura. So they're actually going to sell all the tickets on Mintbase. And then we also have a really big partnership with a DJ you might know. I can't disclose the name yet, but yeah, so they're going to sell also very cheap NFTs. And so they want to see more volume than actually this kind of speculative aspect of NFTs. So yeah, also gaming. I mean, it's already blowing up a little bit in the NFT I don't know, community, but we see also that being very, very big. And VR, like not only gaming, but just VR in general, some skins or items or even marketing in VR, also moving forward the next few years, to be honest, we don't really know because it's just the start, right?
Yeah, we're searching for purposeful use of NFTs.
Voting could be something, and I don't know, yeah, membership,
market share, lots of different
and
things.
access, right? So you have these tokens, brings you access into certain rooms, certain, yeah.
What's the biggest challenge you're dealing with right now? What's the biggest pain point you
I
have?
think we're searching for developers and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
really overloaded with work.
For sure, they
So-
work. I mean, we also work hard, but, but like the developers, they're like really working hard. I feel so bad for them sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they really work 24 hours, and just searching for new programmers.
Yeah.
That's challenging.
If anyone over there is interested in moving
Come
to
work
Lisbon,
with us.
come work with us. It's a really, really nice environment.
It is. We have a beautiful office.
We have a beautiful office with a beautiful view.
Yeah, and
Would you
so
say
kind-
Rust is it exclusively Rust developers that you're looking for then,
No.
or is there any other stuff?
No, it's not exclusive Rust, but it's the most important, I guess. And we need front-end developers as well.
NPM was something that I heard. I don't know much about the developers, but like I think it's Rust, React, and NPM is what I hear a lot. JavaScript. Yeah.
Cool.
Also, a big challenge has been just that, like the marketing from Near hasn't been great. And I think that's where Solana really shined. They have like cool looking website, and so while Near was like really not that great looking.
But they updated.
But they have updated. They hired 2 new marketing agencies. So yeah, we're looking to see some great change. And it is. We've already seen some change. So we're excited about that. But yeah, I think that's it. It's just finding people. Yeah, I mean, like Maria, she's like just getting into it, and might add very, great because you're learning so much. But it is a challenge to find people because no one knows what the hell's blockchain is.
Yeah, it's like MetaGame people know that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you're well aware that it's challenging.
We are really just all about making people know about the technology and use it and benefit from it because we're kind of sick and tired of big banks and all this system that you all know about.
Yeah, or just, like the inflation that's going on with the dollar and everything like that. It's just insane. So seeing some more credibility when it comes to the bigger banks and, the world is moving so fast when it comes to technology. So we need some kind of system that moves with this because, otherwise we're probably going to be obsolete in a few years. Or yeah, maybe that's too much, but it's getting more and more challenging for people. So we need some kind of currency that also gains value over time rather than loses value over time. But anyway, I don't know. I don't want to get into that maybe, but
yeah. So thanks for coming in today and presenting. Is that covered? Do we have any other questions for the Mintbase group here before we move on to 40 acres?
Yeah, you can join our Telegram group.
yes, good that you mentioned.
I already sent them in the group. We have Twitter, Instagram, Telegram.
Yeah, so go ahead and add us on Twitter and we'll follow you back. And thank you again for inviting us. Jump into our Telegram group, jump into our Discord. You can find us very easy. We're just Mintbase everywhere. And yeah, reach out to us if you want to do a collaboration.
Yeah, we are searching for projects to fund if you're interested. So really, we just want to make people use the tech that we built with so much effort.
Because we're the best.
Yeah, we're the best. And I'm just going to send you maybe also the forum for the Create Base. It's like the Mintbase community and where you can apply for funding and all of this stuff. So I'm just going to drop the link in the town hall dump. Yeah, that's it.
And you know, the NEAR is also really developing, but not that much stuff's on it yet. So it's a good like time to enter, because I think the main struggle is kind of over, but still there's not that much projects working on it. So if you have a good idea, you know, you can be one of the first ones, and that's always, you know, it's always good to be first and get that first mover advantage.
Perfect. So you
Thank you
put
so
that,
much.
yes. So I see the link in the town hall dump. That's good. So everybody can join up in the Telegram.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for coming by. This is a great talk. I'm sorry I was kind of late. I still work my regular ass job on Fridays, so I was kind of out of it today. But thank you for coming by, and that's great. And so, Aaron, are you here? Did you want to talk about 40 acres? I know that you had another guy was here with you, but